So a snapback? Somebody said to me literally earlier today, man, the private markets are a mess.
They're a mess, but they're starting to bottom out. We're actually seeing the beginning of really good results in Q1. And after a 2022, which were a complete mess, especially firms that had budgeted at the end of 21 for a strong 22 and massively, disappointed, we could say, over the course, things have started to turn.
How would you describe the overall state of venture in the wake of all that?
In the wake of all that, there's less capital being deployed. So capital deployment's down over 50%. Less institutional investors are giving money to folks like me to invest, and that's creating basically a slowdown throughout the ecosystem. What we're seeing is the beginning of green shoots. We're starting to see some of the best companies beat their numbers substantially. We're starting to see new catalysts with things like AI driving new innovation, and we're excited.
When does it start to come back further? I mean, if it's down 50% in terms of funding, when do you start to see a legit turnaround? Or is it severely impaired for a good while?
I think we were overfunded in 2020, 2021.
It's an interesting way of putting it.
Yes, yes. Severely overfunded.
Right.
So that was an unrealistic time in many ways. So that might not be the right benchmark. It might be renormalizing to a new normal of where we are today. And from that new normal, we're starting to see a functional market where expectations on the buyer and seller side are coming together, and people are excited about the projects they're working on.
Who picks up the slack for SVB in terms of venture lending? I mean, I would imagine that's got to be impaired dramatically and may stay that way for a while.
It's still early, and SVB was a great partner for a lot of private companies and might have even been a little aggressive at times in providing debt to firms that were still emerging in terms of their operations. So far, there's been other people in the space who have stepped in and funded a lot of our companies. In the medium term, it's yet to see if either money center banks or emerging regionals are going to fill a lot of that ecosystem.
You think they will in the kind of uncertain environment that we find ourselves in when every conversation we have these days, not just with people like you and other VCs, credits can dry up for a while, right? Yeah. Banks are going to be pulling back, not, handing out the hand.
No, banks are pulling back. Obviously, their cost of capital is increasing also. And so you're going to see less venture lending than you did before. But again, here's a new normal. That was not a realistic period in that time frame. The new normal is companies that are growing, hitting their milestones, are going to have access to capital on either the debt or equity side. And you're starting to see that machinery starting to work again.
What does the IPO market look like?
It's still a mess. That's one thing that helps fund startups is folks like us who have been investors in companies for a decade.
You're looking for the exit, right?
Finally start to get an exit, and that enables us to send that money back to our investors and begin that cycle again. So without a healthy IPO market, people are still sitting on their hands a little bit. So far from what we could see, we're not seeing anything prior to Labor Day. The hope is that, rates normalize, the economy's stable, and that you're seeing a fourth quarter of some of the best companies who've been waiting to go out for now almost 2 years are going to start to have access to the public markets, and the markets will start functioning